Hey beer and brew fans, and welcome to Something About Beer. Today I'm in the beautiful market town of Brigg in North Lincolnshire to interview the owner of The Hop Inn, which is North Lincolnshire's first and only, I believe, micropub and bottle shop. So let's get into it. Andy, welcome to Something About Beer, and thanks for inviting me here to your establishment in Brigg in North Lincolnshire, The Hop Inn. So today we want to talk about you and the micropub here and the bottle shop that you've got. And to start with, I want to know, you've been open about 7 months now, I think.
Yeah,
something
since last July, yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, how's it going?
So it's been better than we thought. You just never know when you're opening a new business in a new town. So it's craft beer locally. It's something new to people around here. So yeah, it's been good. It's been good. Yeah,
that's good. Yeah. Quite a lot of people. Whenever I've been in, there's been quite a lot of people in, so it seems to be quite popular, which is obviously very good. Yeah. But you know, why open a micropub in Brigg then?
Yeah. First and foremost, I think I've got a big passion for craft beer. That's number one. Brigg's my hometown, so I'd love to open something like this here. Yeah. And obviously a vacant premise that came open in the marketplace with a great location in Brigg. Yeah. And there's nothing like craft beer as such, really. Locally, you'd have to go to a place like Sheffield or Hull or even Leeds. So it's something we thought there's a gap in the market here. So we thought we'd do it here, try it, and it's gone really well.
Fantastic. That's great. So the Hop Inn is not a popular name of pubs in the UK, but there are a few. Yeah. But my understanding is there's a little bit of a story behind why you call your pub Hop Inn.
Yeah, a few reasons. I think we found out a bit of history about Brigg, and there was a pub about 100 years ago in the marketplace called the Hope Inn. So that gives us a bit of an idea for a name. Yeah. And also, the court that runs down the side of our pub is called the Coney Court. Okay. And all known for Coney is the rabbit trade. Yeah. So that gives a bit of a name into it as well. So, and also hop, obviously beer. So it all makes sense. So 3 good reasons why we put the Hop Inn.
Nice one.
So it's good.
I love when establishments kind of look at the local area and look at where they are and take something from the history and build it into their business in one way or the other. So the name is great. Walking into your micropub here, you've got a great selection of spirits and wines and ciders, soft drinks, hot drinks as well, and of course beer, which is great. I see that you have quite a good selection of different breweries. Some breweries that I've never heard of as well, which is exciting for me because I do like to try different breweries when I see them. But what really inspires you to stock the breweries that you do?
Yeah, okay. I think the main reasons are we try and stock as many local breweries as possible, such as Docks from Grimsby's, Atta from Hull, Lindy from Louth. So, and a lot of Yorkshire breweries you try and so most of the local ones, but also in addition to that, a lot of breweries that I may have heard of and tried in the past. I think let's get into the bar and try it out. But also we go on a lot of recommendations from our customers and even our other breweries say try these out, they're great. So that's so it's a few reasons why we choose different breweries, and so far so good.
Nice. So, I like the fact that you're trying to keep it local as well. And there are some really good breweries around us, thankfully. So that's great. What I also love is that you get different breweries also recommending other breweries. And what I've found, in the industry generally of craft beer in particular is that it is a community, and the brewers do really appreciate and respect each other and help each other out as much as possible. So that's really good to hear that. Talking about beer itself, I guess you must have a favourite style of beer that you go to first and foremost.
I would say anything that's hoppy, very hoppy, even like a session IPA or a New England IPA. That's probably my go-to favourite style beers.
Yeah,
I enjoy them.
nice one.
Yeah.
I'm the same. I'm a kind of a hophead as well, an IPA guy. I love all sorts of beer. I love trying different styles of beer, and I respect and appreciate the different styles of beer. They're not all for me though. I've got to say, the one style for me that I don't necessarily avoid, but it's not really the first one I go to, is a sour. For me. What about you? Do you have any beer style that you're not particularly fond of, or
not fond of really? I don't really draw towards the dark beers. I start all porter. I'll try it, but I wouldn't particularly have a session.
It's not your
style. So I wouldn't go to it straight away. But like I say, appreciate all the different styles of beers. But that's just not one I tend to go for first. Really. So
and I mean the beauty of the craft beer industry today generally is that there are so many different styles out there, and the BJCP in their guidelines they actually have over 100 recognised styles in their in their style guidelines, and of course brewers are always experimenting and going out of those boundaries, which is also great because you produce some really good beers in that way. But is there any particular style that you've not tried yet that you think to yourself, that's one that I'd like to give a go?
I think the main thing, a lot of Belgian beers I've not tried, like Trapeze beers, that kind of style beer. I've tried a few, but I'd like to try loads more, lots to try out. So maybe need a trip to Belgium, something like that. Definitely.
I mean, I'm like you. I love Belgian beers. Actually, I really do. And that type of beer for me is one of the most interesting. With the lambics and the way that they produce their beers is really interesting for me. So obviously, Belgian beer is something that you want to try. But if you were basically on a desert island and you could take 2 or 3 beers with you, what would they be? Those are the 2 or 3 beers that you could drink for the rest of the time on there. What would they be?
I would say, first and foremost, Green Mountain from Thornbridge Brewery, a very hazy session IPA, which is quite a popular beer that everyone knows of, but it's something you could drink with. So that's definitely one.
Nice.
The other one is probably Punk IPA from Brewdog. It's one that really started me on this journey of beer. Probably 7-8 years ago now. Tried it, thought this is completely different. Let's start trying different craft beers, and it's probably not your go-to nowadays, but it's what started the journey for me. So, but to have one of them with you is always a good thing. So that's definitely another one. And any other New England IPA can be. So from any brewery, it's always great.
So pretty much hop forward then in all of those. And I do like the fact that there's a certain story behind 1 or 2 of those beers for you in particular. I agree with the Punk. I think it is a beer that put a lot of people into the craft beer industry, and that's you've got to appreciate that.
That's it, exactly.
I mean, the hopping is busy. You've been here 6-7 months now, obviously. I guess the future looks bright. So, what's happening the hopping next?
So next few things, we've got lots of Meet the Brewer nights planned in, tap takeover, food pairing nights.
Nice.
What else we've got? Quiz nights. So we're trying to get lots of events going on, something different for Brigg. All craft beer themed. Like other food pairing nights, cheese pairing, even going into things like wine tasting nights, gin tasting nights. So from local Yorkshire distilleries. So that's what we want to do as well. So, but yes, that's good. Which obviously takes us, as the business keeps growing, we've actually took on next door premises. So we'd love to expand. We reckon it's going to take 6 months. Plan applications going in. So, but there's a lot to do. But that will give us double the space, probably treble the taps we've got available.
Excellent.
More cellar space. So so it's looking good. So.
Fantastic. So the Meet the Brewer nights, I know that you've had a few on already, and you've got a few coming up, as you said. That's always, I think, a popular thing to really get into the brewer's mindset and that. I also like the fact that you're talking about quiz nights and things as well, because I think there's a lot of people out there that really appreciate craft beer, but that, that quiz night is a fun element to beer and guessing the beer and trivia around craft beer. I think it's fantastic. Again, it's a community thing, right? Bringing not just the community of Brigg, it's also the craft beer community together, which is great. The expansion sounds really interesting, and also the tasting, the food pairing as well. I think obviously most people understand about pairing with wine. But I think gin is also a little bit unknown to people. But beer is even unknown to people about how well you can pair beer with food as well. So wow, there's a lot going on then. So that sounds great. So Andy, thanks. I appreciate it. It's been great talking to you, and we'll probably catch up again in 6 months or so and see how you're doing from there.
Super.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks again.
Thank
Cheers.
you. Cheers.
If you like what we're doing here at Something About Beer, please subscribe and also give the video a like. It really does help the channel out a lot. And don't forget to ring that bell so that you're alerted to new content we're putting out.